Welcome to my long-term review of the Poco X3. This is a $200 device that is packed with features and it aims to bring a lot of value to the consumer. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into my concise and straight to the point long-term review. My Poco X3 NFC International Edition phone looks pretty much new because I mostly used it at home due to current quarantine situation. However, I can see quite a few minor scratches on the plastic backplate, which is prone to fingerprints and smudges too, just like an aluminum frame that has a glossy finish and it feels plasticky to me. If you want to protect your phone, Poco includes a simple yet effective TPU case in the retail packaging. One of the highlights, a 120Hz refresh rate display that I found to be pretty nice and sharp overall. While its 450 nits of brightness output may not be enough for sunny days, but it's easily viewable outdoors during cloudy winter season. The screen has a Gorilla Glass 5 for protection, but I kept a pre-installed screen protector and it held up pretty well. The phone feels comfortably and sturdy in the hand. However, this is a huge device, so don't expect to manage it in one hand. Well, you always have to choose between a compact size and goodness of a large display. The X3 weighs 215 grams and it measures 9.4 millimeters because it packs a massive 5160 mAh battery that's one of the best in class. Screen on time really depends on how you use the device, but this is definitely a 2 or 3 day battery phone for most users and it can last over 1 day for heavy users. Charging times are great. You can fully charge the phone in just about 65 minutes with a supplied 33 watts fast charger. I found the fingerprint reader as well as face unlock features to be reliable and fast pretty much all the time. The volume keys still work as new and they are comfortable to reach. IP53 rating means that the phone is splash proof but you cannot submerge it underwater. I didn't use the Air Blaster but it's good to know it's here. What I did use was the dual speakers system that sounds really well for a budget mid-range device. There is also a headphone jack for classic headphone users. Now let's talk about overall performance. As you may expect, the phone is smooth and fast thanks to good hardware, 120Hz refresh rate display, and MIUI 12 optimization. We have the same features and customization options Xiaomi phones have always been famous for, nothing new. My phone still runs on Android 10, but Android 11 is coming soon. The phone uses the so-called liquid cool technology 1.0 Plus that helps dissipate the heat when gaming. Well, the phone gets just a little bit warm during gaming sessions, but the overall performance has been really good in all of the 3D games I played. Well, you may see a few skipped frames in some of the titles, but it's not even worth complaining about. The phone also has Z-axis linear motor which vibrates when you're gaming. However, it does not work in all of the games I played like Call of Duty, which is really disappointing. Still, Poco X3 is a good choice for a budget-oriented user who loves occasional gaming. The X3 sports a quad camera system that consists of a 64 megapixels main shooter and ultra-wide, macro, and depth sensors. This camera system takes impressive looking photos in good lighting. I'm mostly impressed with the main camera, but the wide-angle shooter is pretty good too. 2x digital zoom images are not the best, but they are still usable for social media. What impressed me the most is a 64 megapixels mode as the quality is really good and you get plenty of extra resolution for cropping. Portrait mode allows you to take some nice looking images with good edge detection. Selfies taken in auto and portrait modes look really nice too thanks to a beefy 20 megapixel sensor. When it comes to night photography, don't expect the Poco X3 to perform like a flagship, but its dedicated night mode is definitely capable of taking some nice images. Low-light selfies look pretty good if you have a little bit of lighting. I really like the video quality on this phone because it is stable and smooth in all of the resolutions including 4K 30fps and 1080p 60fps. If you need even more stable video, there is a dedicated steady video mode. You can also record videos in 4K 30fps using a wide-angle lens. It's the opposite story with a 1080p selfie video. The quality is pretty good overall, but the footage is quite shaky. You can also record the video using both the main and selfie shooters at the same time thanks to the dual video mode. Before we jump into conclusions, here are a few test notes. Connectivity has been great, including call quality, signal reception, GPS, and NFC. There is also a hybrid dual SIM card slot. It's a little bit disappointing because some of the budget Xiaomi phones have 3 dedicated slots for 2 SIMs and a microSD card. So here is my conclusion. Poco X3 is a near excellent budget mid-range phone. Well, if you start nitpicking, you may complain about shaky selfie video. Also, the phone ships with a hybrid dual SIM card slot instead of all 3 dedicated slots we've seen on other budget Xiaomi phones. Finally, Z-axis linear motor does not vibrate in all of the games I've played, which is quite disappointing. As you can see, these are just minor shortcomings that are far from a deal breaker for most users. For the price of about $250, Poco X3 offers a nice design, a great 120Hz refresh rate display, good specifications and performance, excellent battery, cameras that produce nice quality images and video, and other cool features that I've mentioned in the review. In conclusion, Poco X3 is a fantastic budget mid-range device and it's definitely one of the best phones for the price. I can highly recommend it as it's simply amazing how much value it offers. Do you agree with me or not? Tell me in the comment section down below. Also, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media for the latest updates, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.